Praise you, Father. Thank you, Father. Praise you, Father. Thank you, Father. 5 years ago, every single day, I was dreaming about being here. And now I'm here, and I only have God to thank, crystal clear waters, blue skies as far as the eye can see. So this was how I was led to Mother Ayahuasca. It was around midnight. I was in search for her, so I had to go to Peru and stop off at a jungle town called Iquitos, which is a shithole, lots of crime, lots of poverty. And it was around midnight or 1 a.m. and I was finding a taxi home, a tuk-tuk. So I found one, I stopped the guy, only me and him in sight. And I show him the card, the address to my hostel. And he looks at me and he doesn't say anything, so I'm thinking, does he not understand English? Why is he just staring at me? And then the next moment, out of nowhere, this guy comes out, grabs my backpack, lucky I had it strapped in and clipped, and we're fighting for my backpack, and I'm thinking, shit, like inside has my passports, $2,000 cash. Without it, I'm fucked, because I'm lost, I'm stuck here, it's the middle of nowhere. And another tuk-tuk comes the next moment, and the guy comes out and he's got a machete, like a big ass machete, and he starts running towards me. So in that moment, I was like, what do I do? Do I hit this motherfucker and run, or do I lose all my stuff and get lost? And I just couldn't bear the thought, so I hit the guy, I hit him as hard as I could, Muay Thai kick to the leg, and he fell. I sprinted off. And as I was running, there's nowhere to hide, it's like a grid town, and just townhouses, no alleys, nothing. I'm yelling, I'm screaming for help, I'm screaming for the police. I look back, and three of them, the taxi driver, the guy who grabbed my backpack, and the other guy with the machete, are in one tuk-tuk, and two of them have machetes now on either side, and they're just screaming at me, they're like, you're gonna die, Chinizo, we're gonna cut you good, and my heart's racing, and my mind, funnily enough, was pretty blank. I think in moments where it's life or death, you kind of just lose all thoughts, and instinct kicks in. So I'm running as fast as I can, I'm turning corners, and obviously I get to a point where I just can't run anymore, I'm gassed out. They stop, they're around like 10 meters away from me, and then both of them get out with machetes and they start slowly walking towards me. And I'm still yelling for help, and I'm like, okay, this is it, man. Like, you're probably gonna die, you're probably gonna get seriously injured. Just fight, And as they're approaching, maybe like 3 meters literally away, walking like this, a man opens up his house and outruns two of his boys, and they have machetes as well, I don't know what's with machetes in this town, it's obvious that people need them. And the guys who were chasing me, they stop. They look at the guys who came out of the house, and then they got back in that tuk-tuk and sped off. And that wasn't the craziest part, The craziest part was I spent the night at this man's house, and they were the people who took me deep into the jungle to meet Mother Ayahuasca for the first time. And that experience really led me to believe that no matter how fucked up the situation is in life, God has a plan, and it's best to keep your eyes and your mind focused on Him at all times, just trusting and surrendering to Him and praising Him at all times. And He will provide, even if it's the last second, and He will keep you safe from all kinds of harm. So after that experience, obviously I went into the jungle 3 months on and off, just working with Mother Ayahuasca and starting pretty much my new life from then on. And that experience taught me a lot, guys. Like, when you travel to a new place and you don't know anyone there, it's best to keep a low profile. It's best to stay low key, especially in second, third world countries that are not so safe. It's best not to stand out until you meet the right people, until you feel comfortable enough, then you can open up. So that is the story. And these stories really shaped my personality. So I'm going to keep sharing them. But yeah, keep strong in prayer, guys. Prayer works, yeah. prayer works. Always look within. As beautiful as this world is, you can get distracted even here, even in paradise, you know. Yeah, stay blessed.